Leads you down to die as the victimaniac, inflicted to the night. Something hollow, something night. Now you're gonna die. So the scalp in the abdomen, before my living autopsy.
That was Jack the Ripper by Hobbs's Angel of Death, released in 1988 on their album Hobbs's Angel of Death. They used to be just called Angel of Death, but the singer had to differentiate them from another group, and they became Hobbs's Angel of Death. We're listening to that today because we have a Thrash Bash song from 1988 up in competition today. In fact, we also have a Thrash Bash song called Angel of Death up in competition today. So we're covering both of our bases here. Hi, my name is Bean, and you're watching Battle of the Band. We're on day 125 of the Thrash Bash tournament today, and that is match 1 in the semifinals. Only 2 matches in the semifinals, so you know we're almost done here. If you're new here, though, and you're just getting started on the tournament, let me fill you in on what we're doing. We took the first 4 albums from the big 4 of thrash metal, that's Slayer, Metallica, Anthrax, and Megadeth, and we put the songs into a single elimination style tournament. We took out any instrumentals, songs under 2 minutes, and anything that was a cover in order to get it down to 128 songs. We also had to cut out a couple extras. Then the songs started doing battles, and they've been doing battle and head-to-head competition until there will be 1 left remaining in the end, and that'll be the very best song by the big 4 of thrash metal in the 80s. Right now we have 4 songs left over. We have no songs left over from Anthrax, no songs left over from Megadeth. We have 2 songs from Slayer and 2 songs from Metallica left over. Both of our songs from Slayer we'll be listening to today, and both of our songs from Metallica we'll be listening to tomorrow, so we're guaranteed to have a Slayer and Metallica finals. And then we're done doing 3 video days for a long while. So, we have, first up, Silent Scream. Silent Scream was released on South of Heaven in 1988, and it's been surprisingly awesome. Like, I was not entirely familiar with the song before the competition started, but it has been destroying everything it's going up against. Last round it went up against South of Heaven and beat it. That's how good Silent Scream's been doing. In the round prior to that, it took down Postmortem. In round 3, it took down Set the World Afire by Megadeth. Postmortem was by Slayer, by the way. In round 2, it took down another Megadeth song in Chosen Ones. And it took down some Metallica already in Motor Breath. Motor Breath is pretty awesome. So Silent Scream just got a really big start right there. Its competition today is pretty stiff. It'll be going up against Angel of Death, released on Rain and Blood in 1986. Another great song. This one is Nazi exploitation to the max, and that's what I enjoyed about it. In fact, it defeated Slayer's other notable Nazi song in round 4. But in round 5, it took down Trapped Under Ice by Metallica. In round 4, it took down Behind the Crooked Cross by Slayer, the other major Nazi exploitation song of thrash metal fame. In round 3, it took down Anthrax's ADI/Horror of It All. Pretty easily. I kind of hated that song when it came down to the end of it. Like, the only reason that song made it 3 rounds was because it was up against Anthrax and only Anthrax for the first 2 rounds. In round 2, Angel of Death took down Metallica's The Thing That Should Not Be, another great song. And in round 1, it took down Metallica's Hit the Lights. So it's just been destroying Metallica and a little bit of its own band throughout the tournament. And now it's time to see what's better, Silent Scream or Angel of Death. The song about abortion or the song about Nazis? Those are our Slayer choices. Let's go. Here's Silent Scream.
is burning. Can you hear? Cry in the night.
Just love that guitar riff. Dan it, dan it, dan it, dan it, dan it, dan it. Super good stuff. Kind of reminds me of some stuff that like Queens of the Stone Age would copy later. And then the drums, fucking insane. Just blasting your face off. Just blasting your face off. I really love it. It's gonna be a tough battle. Here's Angel of Death. that is tough. Both of those have just punch you in the face constantly drums. I really enjoy that. The guitars are super sick in both of them. Guitar solos are awesome. Angel of Death stretches it out a little bit more and has kind of like a nice little bridge portion to it, which I always enjoy. But Silent Scream, I feel like, has the catchier guitar riff in it, making it a very tough choice. Really comes down to personal preference at this point. And I think I'm going to give it to Angel of Death. I really like the subject, though it is pretty grotesque anyway, is something a little more interesting to me, being like a fan of Nazi exploitation films and stuff like that. And I really would like to keep my hat out of any kind of debate on current human rights topics on my channel. I have an opinion, but I don't need to talk about it. Uh, so let's just go with Angel of Death anyway. Silent Scream was a really awesome song, though. All things aside, like subject matter aside, like the riffs in there are insane. The thrash is really good stuff. I really enjoyed that song, and I'm glad I got to listen to it so many times in this tournament. But I'm really confident with Angel of Death being my first finalist for the Thrash Bash tournament. And I know one user out there who's been commenting on a lot of these Thrash Bash videos is super stoked on that. Like this video if you like the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share with anyone you know who might be into this kind of content, and let me know down in the comments which of these two songs you would have chosen if it were you in the hot seat today. That's all the thrashing and bashing we've got going for the day, and we only have 2 days left of it, so please join me tomorrow when we do a bit more. We've also got the Blind Melon and Pixie stuff going on tomorrow, too. But we've got the second half of the semifinals for the Thrash Bash competition tomorrow. That'll be Disposable Heroes by Metallica going up against Fight Fire with Fire by Metallica. One of those songs will be our finalist up against Angel of Death. I'll see you there. We'll figure it all out. Hope you all have a great night, fantastic afternoon, and a wonderful morning. Bye.